Dominican Republic deaths. Families want answers after 3 deaths within 5 days. Live video. Pennsylvania resident Miranda Werner checked into a resort in the Dominican Republic on May 25 and was excitedly taking pictures in the room she shared with her husband. Suddenly, she felt ill after a drink from the minibar, family spokesman Jay McDonald told. Shortly after, Werner is one of 3 Americans who mysteriously died within a week at a resort in the Caribbean nation. 5 days later, Maryland couple Edward Nathaniel Holmes, 63, and Cynthia Ann Day, 49, at another hotel at the same resort. When hotel workers found Holmes and Day on May 30th, they checked into the hotel. Holmes' daughter said she wants the mystery of her father's death solved. A taxi driver who picked up Werner and her husband from Santo Domingo Airport and dropped them off at the resort told CNN the couple appeared happy and tipped generously. The driver, who did not want to be identified, said the trip took 40 minutes from the airport to the hotel. Once they arrived, days later, the driver said he went to pick them up for their return trip back to the airport, and was told they'd checked out. He found out Werner had died from the news, he said. Holmes and Day were from Prince George's County, and were supposed to fly back home the day they were found. They'd spent several days in the Dominican Republic taking part in several activities. 3 days before their deaths, Holmes posted Facebook photos of him and Day enjoying their time in open waters. Boat. The bodies of all 3 Americans were transported to forensic science institutes in the nation for examinations, officials said. In the case of Werner, paramedics provided first aid, but she died in the room, according to Colonel Frank Felix Stern. Prosecutors are investigating the circumstances of her death, the nation's Attorney General's office said Wednesday. As for Day and Holmes, police said an autopsy concluded the couple had respiratory failure and pulmonary edema, an abnormal buildup of fluid in the lungs. Blood pressure medications were found in the room, along with 3 medications, including an opioid and an anti-inflammatory, according to police and the Attorney General. The resort operator, Bahia Principe Hotels and Resorts, said it followed all security protocols. There are no indications. Authorities did not provide a cause of death in Werner's case. However, McDonald said Werner was treated for a heart condition 15 years ago but had not had more recent issues. And while police told CNN on Monday that Day and Holmes died as a result of respiratory failure and pulmonary edema, the hotel said Wednesday that their cause of death has not been determined. It said Werner was at the Bahia Principe Bougainville while Holmes and Day were at Bahia Principe La Romana. Tourism is a key part of the nation's economy, and its coastal resorts are a popular choice for travelers. The tourism industry made up more than 17% of the country's economy last year, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council. In 2018, about 6.5 million tourists visited the Dominican Republic, more than any other Caribbean nation, according to the Caribbean Tourism Organization. The country attracted 48 Americans died in the Dominican Republic between 2016 to 2018. The deaths were the 3 recent deaths happened a few months after a car crash in the Dominican Republic killed 2 other Americans. In March, a car carrying New York tourists Orlando Moore and Portia Ravenel after the pair left for the Santo Domingo airport to catch a flight home, the nation's police said. The body of Moore, fishermen found Ravenel, 52, and took her to the hospital, but she days later.
Raindrops, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.